Last time we introduced the concept of toplining, gave some insight into how melodies are constructed and encourage you to give it a go yourself. Today we are diving further into the topic of melody creation and bringing you one step closer to making impactful toplines.
Despite only working with 12 notes when it comes to pop music, there are quite a lot of ways to arrange those in intricate ways. However, melodies can contain different pitches yet still carry similarity. What do we mean by that? Let's listen to an example.
As you can hear, the melody moves on different pitches. However, if we were to draw a line connecting the notes in each phrase, we would get very similar shapes. We call this melodic shape or contour.
The shape of a melody is directly related to the pitches this melody is made of. It's a visual representation of melodies and can be quite helpful in two ways when making toplines. Firstly, especially for the visual thinkers out there, considering the shape of a melody can be a great way of coming up with something new when we are stuck. It can also be a way to connect ideas together and introduce familiarity. So let's look at some of the shapes the pitches of a melody can form.
We already looked at one-note melodies in the previous video. Those make up a line shape.
Drop that, fall that into life I used to have as baby, I just lost my Are you gonna let him stay? Are you gonna let him stay? Tell him no, not today.
As the name suggests, some melodies simply rise from the beginning pitch.
Don't bring me down.
And some melodies simply go low in pitch.
Hit me like a shot in the heart. Never should have played you so hard. Unforgiven, yes, I was bleeding him up. She so incredible.
An arch melody gradually ascends from its starting pitch until a peak is reached, usually around the middle of the melody, and descends afterwards. The beginning and end could be different, and the melodic shape does not need to be symmetrical.
As the name suggests, an inverted arch shape is the opposite of an arch one. The melody descends and then ascends again.
If we combine these two melodic shapes, we can get a wave shape.
And finally, a pivotal melodic shape revolves around one pitch. The pitches in the melody may go up and down, usually both, but we would always return back to our pivot pitch.
I'm not your perfect little girl. get what I deserve.
Bring back microphone volume 올려. Sit back and relax everybody.
One can use different melodic shapes from section to section, phrase to phrase, or even within one melody. In fact, many melodies would combine the ideas we introduced earlier.
As we mentioned earlier, we can choose to switch from one melody to another when we want to change things up, but we can also repeat a few in succession to make a whole section feel coherent. How do we do this? The top-line melody would be largely dependent on the underlying chords of the instrumental. Sometimes the exact same melody that worked for the first chord would not work on the second chord. However, we could change up the pitches so they fit the chord but keep the general melodic shape.
However, there's something even simpler you can consider when wanting to spice up your top line.
The pitch we start a melodic phrase on would largely affect how the melody feels. A common trap many people fall in is starting every section on the same pitch, especially often the root note. We are going to dedicate a whole episode on arrangement, but it is a good idea to diversify what pitches you start different sections on.
Bring the fire.
first note in a melodic phrase is not the only important part.
Last time we spoke about steps and leaps, and we demonstrated how, while leaps are interesting, most melodies contain many more steps than leaps. While a melody can start on any pitch, it would occupy a particular range of pitches. Varying this range in different sections of a song is bound to add variety and change how each of those sections feels.
I'ma get down 황홀한 이 순간 빠르빠르 짧은 그 순간이 아쉬움을 catchy 갈수록 걸리는 걸 끝이 다가올수록 know what I mean.
In this video, we looked at various melodic contours and showed off how K-pop combines those for great top lines. We also looked at the importance of the first pitch of a section or melody, as well as the pitch the whole melody pulls us towards. However, pitch is only part of the full picture. Join us next time as we would break down another very important part of melody writing and music in general: rhythm.